backdrop of the extraterrestrial fun of it. And so I do think that, we'll get people in with the alien hook, but it really is ultimately a story about friendship and a mother and daughter and sort of their emotional arc.
Yeah,
so you guys brought your personal lives kind of into it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always say like Unexpected Treasure is a movie about connection. And we believe on that, in the connections you make unexpected and could change your life. And we believe on that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did each of you get into the business?
I've been working in the industry for the last 15 years. I went to school in San Francisco at the Academy of Art. After that, I moved to Los Angeles. I started as a PA, and then I got into the post-production world. I started as apprentice, then an editor, then assistant editor, then an editor. And the last few years, I've been working as a visual effects editor for most Netflix shows. And Christina has been a VR pro.
I'm a VR girl, actually, believe it or not. I've been working I've been a multimedia producer like my whole life. I've done, I think, everything, like radio, documentary, journalism, and then I got the virtual reality bug 10 years ago. So I've been working in VR actually for 10 years. It's funny because JP's wanted to make a film his whole life, and he came to me and we wrote this film together, and I realized, I guess I have always wanted to make a movie too. Like, I didn't quite, I think, realize it until we made this one together. I'm like, well, you wouldn't have done it if you hadn't wanted to make a movie too.
Yeah.
But yeah, for my day job, I'm in the goggles,
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun day job.
For sure, I love it.
In the end of the day, she always comes like, I love my job.
I do.
And you don't hear people say that too much.
No, not too
So
often.
yeah, she really loves her job. And,
Love your job.
yeah.
No, for sure. I think part of the reason I really wanted to make this with him is I love where we live. Like, I love the Joshua Tree area. I love Pioneer Town. This film is a love letter to the community where we live. And so there was just, when we started it, we could never have imagined that 2 years later we'd be premiering it at Comic-Con. So this feels like a kind of fairy tale in some ways, but I will say after this, we're doing our local premiere in a month, and that I'm actually really excited about too, for the community.
Yeah, for the community. Yeah,
I mean, they came together to help us make this. Like, we shot a lot on, a good friend's property that basically looks like a national park, and another friend, loaned us some vehicles to use for the film. So it really was like a real community effort that helped make this possible.
And you used the residents as extras.
We did. We did.
Yeah, we have like a cantina scene where we populated it with local famous people. Let's be honest. Like,
why not?
you guys wouldn't know them, but everybody in town knows them.
And next time you guys go in town, you guys going to see them, and they're great people. Yeah.
And there's a character in the film, Max, who's based on the actor that plays him. He's an actual local from Pioneer Town. His name is Rex Edlund. We wrote the character loosely based on Rex, and we thought it was important to have like a real local in the movie too.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is his acting debut.
Yeah. And the process, working together with Christina was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to be so creative and so much fun. Even when we started writing, I writing something, she had a bad idea. I was like, oh my God, this is much better. And went through the whole process, from production, from writing to production to post-production. And it's just like, it's really fun to collaborate, and we are expecting to have so much fun collaborating together.
Yeah.
And that's for us, and you can see that in the movie, because I felt like all the process in the movie was a lot of fun to do it.
Yeah.
And if it was a hard shooting, yes, cold nights, yes, but everybody was happy, and it went smooth. We got very lucky, and you can see that in the movie. Yeah.
What have you learned about show business that surprised you?
The paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, as
Contracts you're talking about?
we went through SAD, so there was just a lot of due diligence and paperwork. Maybe that's not a very like sexy answer, but I think it surprised me, just like how much we had to do in terms of filing and contracts and all of that stuff, the admin. It was just way
Unfun stuff.
yeah, you get in there, you're like, I'm gonna make a movie, and then you're like, then it's a lot of admin. So shout out to my co-producer Alini Andrade, who was my right hand throughout that whole process. I'm sure you have a more fun answer than I do.
Yeah, no, I had a great time shooting. It was a lot of fun. I feel like the actors they love the characters, and they were very prepared.
Yeah. What did you learn though?
Well, I learned that if you can get a few days off between shootings, very helpful for the actors and for the crew.
Yeah.
And I learned to get as much as days shooting possible too. And it was a great experience. I just felt like everybody was so kind and so human, and everybody was so into the story, and the kindness of everybody was over the top. It was very happy.
What were you guys like in high school?
I was a theater nerd.
Really?
Big theater nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. President of drama club. Yeah. I peaked in high school as far as my theatrical career goes, but I did get to play the baker's wife in Into the Woods when I was in my I was in my junior year.
That did it for you, huh?
Yeah. What about you?
I love UFO. I always love UFO, so I was always looking for stuff about it, and I was very afraid of it. So it was like I always want to make a contact, but never alone. I always looking for aliens and the supernatural. I always loved the supernatural and the psychic and UFOs and everything we cannot explain.
Just like us here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
What was the movie that got you into this business? That said, I want to do this.
I would say it's Indiana Jones, The First Crusade.
Indiana? Okay.
Yeah, I love Steven Spielberg, and I love his body of work in the 80s. And watching, I think that was the first film that I watched for the second time. And watching a movie for the second time when you're so young, you really look at the movie differently.
Yeah,
and I felt like this is what I want to do in my life. Yeah.
You took notes probably. I want to do that. I want to.
It's just like, for me, it was so unreal how you make a movie. It was like sounds so complicated, and so I was so intrigued in a very young age how you get a movie done, and I always loved it. And Steven Spielberg is, he tell the best stories, and we love it. I love those kind of stories, those popcorn movies, stories that you can watch with your family and just have a great time.
He loves to storyboard. You guys storyboard?
We storyboard a lot. Yeah, we had over almost 200 shots with storyboards, and we love storyboard. We were very prepared for sure.
Actually, if you follow us on Instagram, unexpectedtreasuresfilm.com, you'll actually see we have an animated 80s style poster that was made by our storyboard artist.
Really?
So
Well, I'd
check
like to see that.
out.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah. But
Okay.
thank you so
Check it out.
much for your time and interviewing
you.
us today.
Yeah.
This was
Thank
so
you.
fun. You guys are great.